Just a single snake plant, placed in the wrong spot, can silently block the entire flow of wealth into your home, without anyone even realizing it. Hello and welcome to Harmony Teachings. With over 30 years of experience in researching and applying traditional Feng Shui to modern life, we've learned that in modern Feng Shui, the snake plant is often mentioned as a symbol of luck, strength, and the ability to protect your living space. But here is a truth that not many dare to say up. If you grow and place the plant in the wrong position, it can actually become a kind of reverse charm, draining all the good energy, creating energetic chaos, and causing your family to constantly experience misfortunes, from financial struggles to health problems, and even a lack of peace. So let's get right into it. Where are the locations that are considered absolutely off-limits for this plant? And where should you place it to harness its full auspicious energy, turning the plant into a powerful energetic shield that attracts good fortune and prosperity? And is there a simple ritual that can help you activate a field of abundant energy right at home? We will guide you through all of this in today's video. And if you truly want to live in a space that is balanced, lit, and full of positive energy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to join Harmony Teachings right now. This is where you will discover practical, easy to understand, and effective Feng Shui applications for modern life. Also, leave a strong affirmation in the comments section, like, I place my plant in the right spot so prosperity stays with me. Because when you take the right actions, positive energy will start flowing from within you. The energetic nature of the snake plant. All right, now, to understand why placing a snake plant incorrectly can have such a strong impact on Feng Shui, we first need to look at the energetic nature of the plant itself. You'll see, the snake plant is not exactly a gentle soul in the plant world, with its upright, sharply edged leaves reaching upward with determination. It carries the spirit of a guardian warrior, more than that of a soft, decorative plant. Thanks to that form, the snake plant is one of the rare types of greenery that Feng Shui classifies as an energy shield. That means it does not only radiate strong yang energy, but also has the ability to block and defend against negative energy, especially in areas that are often chaotic, like entrances, long hallways, or dead corners in your home. Symbolically, the snake plant represents inner strength and exceptional adaptability. It is tough, tolerates low light, requires little water, and demands almost nothing, but still rises upright boldly. You could say this plant is made for anyone who wants to bring a message of resilience, determination, and a spirit of overcoming adversity into their living space. It is like a living reminder from nature that says, stand tall, no matter what is happening out there. In practical Feng Shui, the snake plant is often used to create an invisible boundary, like a soft barrier to keep the flow of energy from becoming scattered or overwhelmed by disruptive influences. When placed in the right spot, it can help restore balance between the yin and yang forces in your home. It can soften spaces where the energy is too weak, or even calm down areas where the energy is too intense. Think of it like a natural energy regulator. What is interesting is that despite its firm and somewhat stern appearance, the snake plant is actually very low maintenance. It does not require meticulous care, it does not shed messy leaves, and it does not take up much space. It is like that quiet roommate who never complains, but always does their part, purifying the air, stabilizing the energy field, and quietly reminding you to live upright and strong. And because it is so powerful, this is where the problems can start. If we do not truly understand and assign it the correct role in our living space, it can very easily backfire. Remember, not everything good should be overused, And not everything with strong yang energy should be placed randomly. And strength, if not placed in the right location, can sometimes become a silent threat. That is exactly why there are certain places where, if you put a snake plant, it will not bring peace, but instead disrupt the flow of energy in your home in a serious way. Mistake number 1, placing it too close to your bed. All right, let's dive into the first big mistake people make. Mistake number 1, placing it too close to your bed. You may have heard that the snake plant is a great sleep buddy because it releases oxygen at night. And that sounds reasonable. But before you place that pot right next to your pillow, wait a moment. You'll see, Feng Shui is not just about the biological function of the plant. It also looks at the kind of energy the plant brings in and whether that energy fits the vibe of your bedroom. In Feng Shui, the bedroom is a place of stillness. It is where your body needs deep relaxation, your mind needs to quiet down, and your energy needs to be gently recharged, like a phone being charged overnight. Meanwhile, the snake plant carries a strong yang energy. It's sharp. A bright shape is not exactly the soft or silk kind of energy that a sleep space needs. Putting the plant too close, especially right by the headboard or next to your pillow, is like turning on an energetic fan when all your body wants is silence. Active energy might not make noise, but it can still throw off your natural sleep cycle. And the result? Shallow sleep, waking up in the middle of the night for no clear reason, or starting your day feeling groggy and worn out. So remember, Feng Shui does not say never put a plant in your bedroom. It just says think carefully. If you truly want to place one, distance is the key. A small step back for the plant might be a big step forward for your sleep quality. Mistake number 2, placing too many in the same room. Now for the second mistake, and trust me, this one is super common. Mistake number 2, placing too many in the same room. In Feng Shui, anything, even a good thing, when overused can backfire. Harmony is the core of smooth energy flow in a house, but many people, either because they really love the snake plant or believe that the more plants, the stronger the Feng Shui, unintentionally create what Feng Shui calls an energy overload. There are homes where snake plants are lined up down the hallway, clustered in groups of 3 or 4 in the living room, placed in the study corner, and packed onto the balcony. It may look like greening the space, but in reality, it turns the house into a space overloaded with yang energy and lacking the balance between activity and stillness. You see, snake plants carry firm energy, active, upright, and sharp. When too many are placed in one area, the energy fields clash rather than blend. These energies interact, overlap, and bounce off each other, making the overall atmosphere in the room feel tense and constricted. Instead of calm, you may not notice it right away, but watch for subtle signs. People in the house getting irritated more easily, finding it hard to focus when working or studying, or feeling unsettled when sitting still for a while. These are signs of overpowering yang energy, with no space to breathe. Some people even feel head pressure or neck stiffness when entering a room filled with too many sharp minus energy plants. The lesson here is that Feng Shui does not encourage duplicating the same energy source too many times in one space. It is like turning on 5 high minus speed fans in a sealed room. You might think it is cooler, but really, it is just chaotic and dizzying. So limiting the number of plants in each space is important. In a shared area like the living room, 1 or 2 snake plants are enough. If you love them and want more, spread them around different areas. 1 in the hallway, 1 on the balcony, 1 in the office. But please, do not gather them all in one place. Especially avoid lining them up side minus by minus side. or placing them directly across from each other. This not only causes energy to bounce back, but also creates visual pressure, making the people in the house feel like they are always being watched or judged, unable to relax. Mistake number 3, placing it in the wealth corner. Okay, on to mistake number 3. And this one is a big one because it's all about your money. Placing it in the wealth corner. In Feng Shui, the wealth corner is not just where you store your money. It refers to any area related to abundance and growth. Your desk, your financial files, your safe, even the places where you often sit to think, plan finances, or make big decisions. Each house has a different wealth location based on layout and direction. But in general, this area needs smooth, open, and gentle energy flow. However, many people with good intentions place a snake plant in this area, hoping it will guard the money, stop losses, or block bad luck. It sounds smart at first, but in reality, it creates the opposite effect. Here is the issue. Wealth is a living energy. It must move, flow, and circulate. If you place a snake plant right in the center of this flow, it is like putting up a gate at the mouth of a stream. Energy cannot move freely, and as a result, financial luck gets stuck. Opportunities come, but do not turn into results. Money arrives, but leaves just as quickly. In other words, you are not instantly losing money, but you will always feel like you are almost there, but not quite, close to enough, but still missing, or constantly facing unfinished situations, contracts delayed at the last minute, investment opportunities blocked by minor issues, or unexpected bills popping up right when you make a gain. Feng Shui calls this blocked prosperity energy, where wealth energy comes in, but cannot turn into real success. The fix is simple. Do not place a snake plant directly in the wealth corner. If it is already there, move it away. Keep this area open, bright, and spacious. Remember, money needs to flow. It does not need to be guarded tightly. Feng Shui is not just about protecting what you have. It is also about welcoming what is new. Mistake number 4, placing it in the main pathway. And that brings us to mistake number 4, which is all about the flow of energy into your home. Placing it in the main pathway. The main hallway and front entrance are not just walkways in your home. In Feng Shui, they are crucial energy highways, the main avenue that brings life energy into the entire living space. Prosperity, luck, and good opportunities, all of it flows in through this path. So when you place a plant directly in the way, it is like putting up a barrier at the gate of good fortune. This is especially true if the plant has an upright form and sharp leaves. Like the snake plant, just imagine this. You invite good energy into your home, but the moment the door opens, it meets a guard standing firm in the middle. Looking serious, the energy splits, gets deflected, or decides not to enter at all. In real life, your home can start to feel cramped. Guests may want to leave quickly, and the space may feel stale, especially if your doorway is narrow or your hallway is tight. Placing a tall plant like a snake plant will only squeeze the space further. Natural energy flow will not glide anymore. It will get stuck, chopped up, and blocked. This can cause slowdowns in your work, unstable finances, and even tension in relationships. These effects might not show up immediately, but they will quietly build over time, affecting your mood, mental health, and even how money moves in your life. So what's the solution? It's easy. Do not block the main energy path with plants. If you want to decorate, place the plant to one side, ideally the left side when viewed from inside the house looking out. This keeps the energy flow balanced and unblocked. The entryway should feel like an open road for energy to flow in, not a dead end. Mistake number 5, placing it in dark, cluttered corners. And finally, let's talk about a mistake that almost everyone makes without even thinking about it. Mistake number 5, placing it in dark, cluttered corners. This is a common one that few people notice. Putting the snake plant in dark, hidden, cluttered spots. Many people think, this corner looks ugly. Let me put a plant there to fix the Feng Shui. But actually, it does the opposite. Here's why. In Feng Shui, there is a key principle. Energy only thrives when it can move freely and is supported by light and openness. Dark, damp, messy areas are where heavy or stagnant energy builds up, what we call yin energy. If you place a plant in that kind of spot, without first cleaning and brightening it, the plant will not act like an air purifier. It will absorb and hold on to that stuck energy, making the corner feel even heavier. It is like sending a soldier to guard a battlefield that has no light, no backup, and is surrounded by negative forces. The plant cannot fight. It just gets drained and starts to fade. The signs are clear. Plants in these corners often wilt, grow slowly, or collect dust because no one pays attention to them. Even if you water them regularly, they just do not seem alive. Feng Shui calls this drained energy. The life force of the plant is being sucked out by the environment, and it does not stop with the plant. People who spend time near that corner, working near it or sleeping beside it, may start to feel mentally heavy, unable to focus, or tired for no reason. This is not superstition. It is the body reacting to an unbalanced energy field. The golden placements for your snake plant. Okay, so after all that, you might be thinking, where can I actually put my plant? Well, don't worry. Now that you know where not to place your snake plant, the next question is, where should it go to truly balance and support your home's energy? The answer is not about the prettiest corner. It is about where the energy needs to be harmonized and nurtured in the right way. One of the best places to welcome a snake plant is in your meditation corner or reading nook. These are areas that naturally carry calming, peaceful energy, where we slow down, turn inward, and seek tranquility. By placing a snake plant there, you are inviting a stable, steady source of yang energy to settle in with you, quiet, unbothered, and low maintenance. The snake plant stands tall like a pillar of energy, adding a sense of grounding to the space. Its silent presence has a subtle strength that makes it easier for you to relax and focus on your breath, your thoughts, or the words in front of you. Another great spot is your workspace or creative zone, a place where your mind needs clarity, your thinking needs flow, and your inspiration needs room to rise. In that environment, a snake plant can help keep you alert and focused without being distracting, like flashy flowers or wide spreading plants. On days when your brain feels stuck, the steady presence of the plant is a quiet reminder. There is still a resilient energy standing by your side. However, just remember to avoid placing the plant near financial documents or bookkeeping areas, because the strong, protective energy of the plant can clash with the open flow that financial energy requires. It is better to place the plant near your brainstorming corner, by a window, or wherever your ideas usually begin. And what about the bedroom? It can also be a good place for a snake plant, as long as it is placed correctly. Do not put the plant too close to the bed, but if you place it in a far corner, somewhere people do not walk through often, and where it is not pointing directly at your head, it can actually help balance the room's energy. Quiet areas that tend to gather stagnant energy, like corners, baseboards near the entrance, or low shelves, are all great options. What matters most is that the plant gets soft daylight during the day, so it can recharge and help stabilize the energy at night. That way, it supports a deep, restful sleep without feeling like your space is being invaded by energy. And finally, do not overlook one of the best spots of all, a spot near a window with indirect sunlight. This is almost always a golden zone in any living space. By placing the plant here, you are letting it absorb the natural young energy from outside. Sunlight, gentle breeze, and fresh air. This not only keeps the plant strong and healthy, but also turns it into a transmitter of positive energy for the entire room. The window is considered the eye of the house, and when a snake plant is placed properly nearby, it acts like a gentle eyelash, filtering the energy that comes in, keeping things in balance, and softening any overly strong flows. The effect might not be visible, but you will feel it through the freshness, the brightness, and the lightness that fills the room. In short, a snake plant does not need a ground position, but if placed in the right role, it can unlock its full feng shui potential. Like a friend who knows when to stay quiet, stands in the right spot, and is always ready to support the energy in your home, activating your plant's positive energy. But wait, we're not done yet. Once you have placed your plant in the right spot and truly understand its energetic role, the next step is just as important. It's activating positive energy through small but intentional actions. These are not mysterious rituals, but rather a series of habits that connect you with your space and with nature. Together, they create a smooth, harmonious energy flow that nurtures prosperity and peace. Let's start with something you do all the time: watering. Every time you water the plant, treat it as a chance to send a message to the universe, soft and sincere. Do not just pour water like it is another chore. Take a moment, look at the plant, breathe in deeply, and gently say, "I open the door to welcome prosperity and peace." This phrase is like a personal affirmation, a way of lightly knocking on the energetic door of your home. When you water your plant with a clear and positive intention, you are not only nourishing the plant, you are also feeding the energy field around you with signals of openness and readiness. Remember, Feng Shui is not just about objects. It is about how we interact with the space we live in. And while you're at it, there is one small detail that people often forget. Leaves need to breathe. 2. If dust builds up over time, the leaves cannot absorb yang energy from the environment. Worse, this creates a kind of energy dust, an invisible layer that blocks the flow. That is why you should clean the leaves regularly. It's nothing complicated, just a soft cloth, slightly damp, gently wiping from the base to the tip. When you do that, you are not just cleaning, you are actually freeing the plant, helping new energy spread into every little corner of your home. Every clean leaf is like a window open to fresh energy. Now, if you want to take it a step further and boost this energy connection even more, try this simple trick. Place a small piece of quartz under the plant. This is a simple yet powerful feng shui trick. Quartz has the ability to resonate and amplify the energy field. When placed under the plant, it helps stabilize the base energy and regulate the flow moving through the space. Just make sure the stone is clean, smooth, without sharp edges, and placed naturally, like it belongs there. Do not make it a decoration. Let it feel like a quiet part of the plant's foundation. Everything should feel simple and intentional. And here's one last secret for you, a habit that most people never think of, but it is incredibly helpful from time to time. Change the position of the plant, not because you are bored or want a new look, but because doing so refreshes the energy flow in your home. When a plant stays in one spot too long, the energy around it can go stagnant. Just moving the plant a few inches, or slightly changing its direction can stir up the energy, like a breeze across a still lake. And every time you do this, you also refresh your own thinking and emotions. These little rituals take just a few minutes, but if you do them regularly, you will begin to notice changes not only in the plant, but also in how your space feels and how you feel. When the plant thrives, energy thrives, and when energy flows freely, good things naturally come your way. So as you can see, when people think of Feng Shui, they often picture house directions, color schemes, or powerful, mystical objects. But the truth is, sometimes the most important key in your energy flow is something as small and innocent as a plant. And if you have followed along this far, you already know a snake plant is not just a decorative item. What you need to remember is this: Feng Shui does not reward people who simply follow trends. It favors those who understand the why behind every choice, placing your plant in the right spot, caring for it in the right way, and connecting with it on the right energetic level. This is how you show true respect for your living space. And when a space is respected, it responds with flow, with ease, and with strong support for every part of your life. So if you have ever felt stuck financially, exhausted in your own home without knowing why, or simply want to refresh the energy in your living space, this is the perfect time to take a closer look at where each of your plants is placed, especially your snake plant. And if you believe in the power of small changes, leave a comment below this video as a declaration to your space. I am ready to refresh the energy in my home and welcome prosperity. Do not forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video from Harmony Teachings, where we will continue sharing practical, easy minus-to-minus supply insights you can use right in your own home. Wishing you a life filled with vibrant energy and the clarity to hold on to what truly matters.